I'm Gary Schotten, and I'm here as a part of Inspiring Better Business, and we hope that these lessons are helpful to you. We hope that you're going to benefit and be very successful in your businesses. Today I'm going to talk about the subject of productive meetings. And you know, we all have time that is very valuable to us. At least the people you want in this meeting are people that probably, or you want that have time that's very valuable to them. So you want to value that time just even more so than if you valued money. If you were to ask everyone to donate a certain amount of money, that would have taken them a certain amount of time in one way or another probably to have created that money. So time is more important than money. And we're going to talk about how to have a productive meeting, your peer mentoring groups, and how that could happen. It's a result of us talking just a couple days ago to a new group, a kind of a college group that's forming in Tanzania, and they're a great group, and we talked about this. So, number one, you want to make sure that your meetings have value. What do I mean by that? That there's content, that there's a reason to come, that there's not just a waste of time. And that's important because the people you want there probably have other things they can do with their time. And so you've got to be sure that you're valuing that time. I know there's a cultural thing start entering in here when I say start on time, end on time. But wow, the person that is there and drags on and comes an hour late didn't value the other people that were on time. And I know it's cultural, but if you will start the meetings on time and get some good stuff done, and then keep your meeting length fairly short. The person that's an hour late probably missed the whole meeting, because I would suggest that you hold it to an hour, hour and a half, and that's probably long enough for you to get anything done you want done. Now, number two, who should come to the meeting? Well, I've been a part of meetings of this type for maybe as much as 35 years. And I will tell you that there's some people that come to the meeting because they don't have anything else to do. They're not interested in business. They're not interested in growing business. Some of them actually come with a negative attitude. They're not there for the right purpose. And so somehow, some way, you're going to have to sort through and identify those people that are sincerely interested in being a part of this team. In a way, it's like a football team you call World Cup football. We know that the East African countries and all around the world know about that sport. And if you're going to put together the right team, you have to have good players. So think of your meetings like that. It's a team meeting. It's a team huddle. And of course, like we said, there's got to be value of time, but you've got to have the right people on the team. That doesn't mean everyone there is a business owner, but everyone there should be very interested in being a business owner or working towards it. They could be currently employed someplace else, fine. I was employed for 9.5 years for someone else. And I did my very best working for someone else for 9.5 years. And on the side, I had started 1 or 2 or 3 small businesses, and I frankly think that's one of the best way to do it. So be sure you have the right people there. Number 3, make sure if you have the right people there, everyone has a chance to talk. Everyone has a chance to share. I suggest that when you get together, that one person at least has we call it a talking point, something of value to speak about. We suggest you, if you don't have anything else, that you select something from the website, IBB Talks. And I suggest that you select, if you're from an African culture, that you select someone like Alfred Matua, the mechanic, or Judith the jeweler, and you listen to or summarize that talk as a talking point. I like a launch point. That's not for you to learn everything about that subject. It's for it to stimulate discussion amongst all those people that are attending. And everyone should have a chance to speak. Now, not everybody wants to, but at least whoever's the leader, make sure that you point out and ask each person. If someone hasn't talked, just make a mental note or write down their names and put a check mark. And if somebody hasn't done any discussion, any verbalization, just ask them, hey, would you want to share? Sometimes they're just holding back. On contrary, sometimes you'll have somebody that's just a talker and talker and talker, take you way off track. As a leader, you're going to have to be able to reel that person in and say, hey, listen, let's stay on track here. Hey, that's enough for you. Could we go on to someone else's to discuss it? That's a bit challenging, but you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Then, number 4, we encourage that these meetings are not a time to discuss the technical side of each one of your businesses. We had a person that was discussing juice and how to make juice and how they were going to make the avocado juice and how they mixed it with water and what was the right proportion. That's technical. Someone else is maybe making shoes out of pork, out of pigs, and they can talk about tanning the hide and getting the best leather. They can get how they shape the shoe and how they fit the shoes and what size of shoes. That's technical. Somebody that's going to make a cake. How's the right temperature? What's the right ingredients? You should actually even keep some of that confidential. You should be not talking in this setting, and the subject on each one of those is do your research. In other words, everyone should be doing the research. There's 2 things every person that has a business before they start the business and during the business is continual research, and continual improvement. So you can talk about ways to improve and use each one of those, the bit of technical information, not as a discussion about the technical, but a discussion about how to continually improve. Therefore, in the group could be someone making cakes, someone fixing hair, someone building shoes. They all need that continual improvement. Talk about ways to do continual improvement. Last but not least, we have some people that are very concerned because when they get in a group, they're almost certain somebody's going to steal their idea and they're going to be producing their competitor. Well, that could happen. But again, if you select the people that have a bit of interest that's different for each other and remain on the business side, not the technical side, and press the issue that everyone should stay connected with what they're gifted at, not what looks like somebody else is making a profit, not what somebody else is doing, but what they are gifted at, and you be a bit vulnerable without sharing all of your technical side. Business, business, business. And I want to tell you, why would you grow together and someone then learn enough information and then start competing directly with somebody else in the group? You know, you could start with someone that has similar businesses, and I suggest that some people could have similar businesses, but maybe you could separate intentionally and you could move one of the businesses several miles away or a couple kilometers away, or you know what your sphere of influence is. Get far enough away that you're not pulling from the same customer base, and now you can work together. You can do some things together if you're in the same business, but not in the same market. Be careful about that, because that will put a stop to someone's really interested in being a part of these peer mentoring groups, peer mentoring clubs. Well, at the end of the day, we've got to direct people to God as the source of wisdom. You're not the source of wisdom, but God is the source of witty inventions, new ideas, new creativity. He is the almighty creator, and He will help you create new ideas as you're going forward. I hope this helps. I hope you have great meetings. I hope these meetings last for as a team pulling together. Actually, the best thing is the same team pull together. Like if there's 10 people, try to work on having that same team, 10 people at every meeting. And then maybe be hesitant to bring someone else into that meeting. Maybe suggest that somebody start another meeting with another 10 people rather than mix it with too many people and too many thoughts, and build like that football team. I think there's 11 on a most professional football teams. That would be a great number. Have 11 people on the team and go forward. Thanks for being a part of this. I hope this is helpful to you. We do appreciate your interest in being a better business person, using business for God's service.